Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss about the different types of operators in Java. As you know that there are different types of operators available in Java, that is unary operator, arithmetic operator, shift operator, relational operator, bitwise operator, logical operator, ternary operator and assignment operator. First you have to know that what is operator. The operators in Java is a symbol which is used to perform different types of operations like plus, minus, multiply, division, etc. As you can see in the screen that there are different types of operators are there. First, unary operator is divided into two types, that is postfix operator and prefix operator. That is expression syntax will be expression plus plus, comma expression minus minus. It is a postfix operation. In prefix operation it would be plus plus expression or minus minus expression. Then it comes to arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator is of two types, that's multiplicative and additive. In multiplicative there are three types, that is multiplication, division and modulus. But in additive there are two types, that is plus and minus. Then it comes to shift operator. What is shift operator? Shift operator is the operator that is used to shift from one place to another place. There are two types of shift operator, that is right shift and left shift. Then it comes to relational operator. A relational operator is divided into two types, that is comparison and equality. For in comparison there are some of the things, that is greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to and instance of operator. And in equality there is two types, that is double equals to and not equals to. Then it comes the bitwise operator. Bitwise operator is divided into three types, that is bitwise AND, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise inclusive OR. And then it comes to logical operator. Logical operator is divided into two types, that is logical AND and logical OR. Then it comes to ternary operator. Ternary operator is an operator which is also known as conditional operator. Then it comes to assignment operator, where we assign some values to the variables. Now by this description we will study about the what is Java unary operator. Java unary operator requires only one operator. Unary operator is used to perform various operations like incrementing, decrementing a value by 1, negating an expression, inverting the value of a boolean. Then comes the arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are used to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. They act as a basic mathematical operations. Then comes the Java left shift operator. The Java left shift operator is used to shift all of the bits in a value to the left side of the specified number of times. And in right shift it is used to move left operand value to right by the number of bits specified by the right operand. Then comes the AND, logical AND and logical OR. The logical AND operator doesn't check second condition if first condition is false. It checks second condition only if first is true. The bitwise AND operator always checks both conditions, whether first condition true or false. Then comes the Java OR operator. The logical OR operator doesn't check second condition if the first condition is true. It checks the second condition only if the first one is false. The bitwise OR operator always checks both conditions, whether first condition is true or false. Then comes the Java ternary operator. Java ternary operator is used as one linear replacement for if then else statement and used a lot in Java programming. It is the only conditional operator which takes 3 operand. Remember it takes 3 operand. If the first operand is true, then it goes to the first print statement. If it will be false, then it goes to the second print statement. Okay. Then comes the Java assignment operator. Java assignment operator is one of the most common operator. It is used to assign the value on its right to the operand on its left. Like example, adding short, typecasting operator. What is typecasting operator? Typecasting operator is a type of operator where you can be able to cast or change from one data type to another data type by storing from one thing to another. Okay, then we will study about the arrays in Java. What is array in Java? Array is used to store multiple values in single variable instead of declaring separate variables for each type. As you can see in that how array is declared in Java. It is of string, braces and cars. Like here I have declared a different types of strings where I have write different types of cars. Okay, like Volvo, BMW, Ford, Mazda. Then it comes how I declare the integer type of data in an array, int, my name, 10, 20, 30, 40. How you can able to access the elements of an array? Elements of array can be accessed by using system.out.println. Cars 0 means this in this 0 position, which one is stored? The Volvo is stored. Once the array is declared, it is stored in different types of indexes. First index is the 0, second index is a 1, third index is a 2, fourth index is a 3, like this. Always remember that it always starts with what? Index. It always continues, it always pick out the things from index. What is Java array? We will be thinking that what is Java array? Java array is an object which contains elements of similar data type. The elements of an array are stored in contiguous memory location. It is a data structure where we store similar elements. We can store only a fixed set of elements in Java array. Java is index based. Always remember what I told her, that it is always stores in the index numbers. Okay. Yes, the first element of the array is stored at the 0th index, second element is stored in the first index, and so on. Okay, what are the advantages of arrays? The advantages of arrays are code optimization and random access. What is code optimization? It makes the code optimized as we can retrieve or sort the data efficiently. What is random access? We can get any data located at index position. And what is the disadvantage of an array? The disadvantage of array is the size. It has a great size. We can store only fixed number of elements in the array. It doesn't grow in size at runtime. To solve this problem, collection framework is used in Java, which grows automatically. What are the types of arrays there in array? There are two types of arrays. That is single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. What is single dimensional array? Where only one type of array is declared. Like array name equals to new data type size. Okay, here we can be able to declare only one single array, but we can be able to declare two dimensional array. Means if you want to make any type of matrix, we can be able to do two dimensional array. Okay, in classes I will make you study about how array is stored, how we can able to do it by doing coding in array, how the declaration is done, how instantiation and initialization of Java array is done. And always remember that in array for loop is necessary. By using iterative statement, we can able to access all the array elements. How you can pass the array to a method, how you can anonymous array, how you can work in an anonymous array, all can be done by doing Java coding. Okay. Next, that is typecasting. What is typecasting? The process of converting the value of one data type to another data type is known as typecasting. There are two types of typecasting, that is widening typecasting and narrowing typecasting. In widening typecasting, Java automatically converts one data type to another data type. That is class main. Here it is the main class name is main. Then as method is declared public static void main. Then the local variable is declared, that is int num equals to 10. Then I have printf statement, that is integral value of num. The double data equals num is stored in the double data, means here typecasting is done. Okay, one type of widening typecasting is done, means a number is changed to double data type, then the double data type is printed. That is the integral value is 10. If I enter the value of integral value is 10, the double value will be 10.0. Okay, thank you.